And welcome to In-Game Chat for Saturday, August the 18th, 2018, 8/18/18. This is Season 12, Episode 31. I am Scott.
I'm RJ.
And I'm Matt.
And welcome to the show, everybody. Let me do this real quick. And we're done with that.
For now,
yeah. If you want to get in touch with the show, just, give us a call. Our phone number is 334-272-9228. 334-272-9228. Go to ingamechat.net for all the links to get in touch with us. You can find us on Twitter at InGameChat. You can also find us on Facebook at the same place there, too. Email us, everyone at ingamechat.net. And we are streaming right now. Head over to twitch.tv, and you can type in game chat, and then watch us live while we do the show. Chat in the chat room while we do the show. What else? There's, anyway, all that stuff is right there at ingamechat.net. Go there, you'll see all the links and the ways to contact us in any way, shape, or form. It's right there. So, anyway, welcome to the show, everybody, and welcome back to Matt.
Hello.
You're good. You're good now for this week and next week, right?
No.
You're not now. You're not next week.
No.
You're out again next week.
Yeah.
Wow. Just one on, one off type thing, huh?
I've been doing things a lot lately.
Things like what?
Well, next week.
Can I ask the question?
Next week I'm going up to Georgia to visit a friend. We're actually working on making a internet show.
Oh, really?
So. Mm-hmm.
Like an internet show? Or what's an internet show?
Well, we're working on a pilot for a show that we're going to put out on the internet.
Oh, neat.
A travel thing. We're going to, we're talking about going around going to mom and pop, food places.
Yeah.
And trying those out, and then also doing exciting things like roller coasters.
I was about to say, is it something like that show Guy Fieri had, to do something in dives and some?
I do like.
I forget the name. Yeah, had dives
diners, in the thing. Diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Okay, yeah, that was
I
it.
do like as much as flack as Guy Fieri gets for being him,
mm-hmm.
and some of it, rightfully so, with the Flavor Town and the just whateverness. But I do say I admire the man for promoting local people that wouldn't have a international stage.
Yeah.
For that show. But no, we're talking with an old friend from high school, and we're, want to do a little travel thing where we go around to local places, have some food, have some beer, and then go ride roller coasters, and we're calling it From Coaster to Coaster.
Okay.
Wow. Well, it'll be you and me next week.
Okay.
So
maybe Sarah couldn't make it down. I know I said at the end of last week's show that Sarah would be here. She couldn't make it down this week.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe next week with her as well.
Yeah, we'll just see what happens. Yeah.
And then we've got the week after that's Labor Day weekend. We won't be here.
You've got traveling.
Yeah,
to
I'll
do.
be doing the traveling that time
Mm-hmm.
to Seattle for PAX.
Are you going to try and maybe you do a show from PAX or
no?
Mm-hmm.
You're just going to enjoy it.
Yeah, it's too. There's too
you.
much. First off, it's a holiday weekend.
Yeah.
So to find somebody to come back here and do stuff.
No, I mean have you do it over there.
Well, I understand that, but somebody's got to be here.
Oh, I guess to broadcast
to operate the board and everything else. So to get that done would be now if we wanted to go on Twitch, I could probably go on Twitch. That's not a problem. But to actually do a show on the air, I would not be able to make that happen. Like I said, it's a holiday weekend, so getting somebody to come in and actually do something like that's a little rough to ask of them. And possibly, like, if we're all going to do what I'm hoping that we're all going to do, it's possible we could do a show when we do PAX South.
Yeah.
And that's happening in January.
I'm seriously looking at the ticket for that. I don't think I'll be staying on site.
Yeah, you found a really good deal.
I have a really good deal.
You have a fantastic good deal.
So
that I don't think is
saving the money.
That's not that. I don't think that's available to any of us.
I mean, I can get someone in the room with me. I mean,
that's possible then.
Yeah.
I don't know. RJ, did you see the links and stuff that I posted in the room there for the PAX South tickets?
No, what was it?
Well, PAX South tickets went on sale Thursday.
Okay. And
PAX hotel rooms went up for to book on Thursday as well.
Yeah.
So if you just go to, I don't know, is it PAX.com? What is the thing? Is it PAX South? PAX, just go to PAX.com. See if that works.
You ever seen like the conventions I've been to?
That is not. See, PAX.com, PAX Vapor owns that one. And that's a vaporizer. That is that's a
vape site?
Yeah, it's a vape.
You ever seen like the conventions we went to? AWA, things like that, Comic-Con, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Final round, even 7-8 to a room. I've been in that situation before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's south. Here, I'm just going to post it in the thing.
Okay.
So that everybody can have it.
If you want to go in with me, like I'm going to be staying on base, because I can.
Yeah.
And
I have to. You guys keep talking. I got to take this.
It's super cheap.
A lot of things are super cheap on base.
Granted, I'll have to drive to the convention center, but I mean that's not. I don't remember it being that far, from Lackland.
We got double-digit miles. What? 10,
I don't.
12, 10 to 20.
Last time I was there, like I said, it was 16 years ago. So
it's been a minute. Okay.
I'm not 100%.
Yeah.
But I did go to the river walk, so I do know that it was possible to do that.
Okay.
But it's just one of those things that, if you do decide to room with me, then just have to ride with me because I'll have the access to the room.
Yeah. Well, it's all like I said. It all takes is planning, and that's all.
Yeah.
That's all it's going to take, really. So January, when we get there and do our thing there, if we can get everybody to go, if we can get me, you, Scott, and if we could get Sarah or Kevin or someone else in there, it'd be really, really good if we could do that. The more the merrier, really.
Oh, definitely. But if we both share it, it'd be like $90 for the whole thing for 3 nights.
Really?
Yeah.
Goodness.
I mean, because it's like $180. Just if I'm planning on going from Friday and leaving Monday, and I'm going to drive there just because I want to drive, so I could have access to a car. But I'm sure. Yeah, we could work on something else.
Okay.
Hey, well, he's working on that.
He's got that.
Yeah. What have you been playing lately?
Mostly I've been playing a lot of Dark Souls 3. I had a lot of unfinished business in that game.
That game seems like there's a lot of unfinished business to do.
Yeah.
I can't even say that correctly.
Unfinished business.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. But it seems like something like you play it multiple times.
Oh yeah. I mean, I played it like I've got. Let's see. If I got 4 characters on the thing, I beat it 8 times with my main and 4 times with each of my alts. So
each time you beat it with an alt, does that add something more to it, or is it just
for that character? I mean, it gives you the opportunity to get more souls. The more you beat it, the more souls you get, and the more you can. It has to because it takes more souls the more you level up. So the amount of souls that you get per enemy that you take out, it increases. So
your main has he leveled it up the maximum? Is he at max level?
No, I don't think. I honestly don't believe I will ever get to the maximum
on that
character. It's like level 99 on every stat.
Oh,
but when it takes 475,000 souls to level up 1 point,
oh geez,
yeah, you're not going to make it. And in some cases,
has anyone ever done that?
I remember in older games they have. Some people, I think, like in the Demon Souls and the original Dark Souls, some people have done that. I've seen some stats where people have got 99 on everything, but some of the stats in there, it's not really worth going all that way. Like I'll give you an example. Endurance in the game that determines how much actions you can do. If you get to like level 40, the amount of returns you get for putting stats in there is really, really slim. So, like comparison, if you get like 40 in your endurance, that's about as far as you want to go. Because if you get it up to 99, I think the amount of stamina you get overall is maybe 8 points more than what you had at 40.
What was the first game in the series?
Demon Souls.
That was the one I tried on the PS3.
Right.
I couldn't get into it. I could see how you enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I could see how other people have, but for me as a player, I remember trying it and being like, it wasn't my jams.
Did it just not catch your interest, or was it the difficulty, or the
A little
world,
bit of
or
column A, column B?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think at the time I was also doing like Metal Gear Solid 4 and like some of the Uncharted. Like I had like several things on my plate.
Yeah.
And then just like that one, just the environment and the mechanics and everything, it just didn't click. And so I just sort of like, all right, I'm just going to move on, and just never went back to it.
Yeah, well, Dark Souls is one of those games where, well, it's not the only one, but it's one of those games where you have to put a lot of, if not all, your focus in there to get where you want to be.
Yeah.
So if you had a lot of stuff on your plate, I can see why you could probably wane, and like you realize immediately how long this is going to take. All the trial and error and back and forth, you see how long it's going to take. So it may not appeal to some folks who know what they're getting into after about an hour of gameplay.
Sometimes I go back and forth between more casual games that I could just not even like worry about where I'm at and just sort of pop in, pop out, and just do something with.
Right.
And other ones where I just want to like be engulfed in. And like some things that I haven't enjoyed, and I try back later.
Yeah,
I totally it clicks then. Like it didn't click originally. Like when I was doing Dishonored, when I first tried it, I'm like I'm just not getting it. I'm not getting it. Then I tried it a couple years later. I'm like, boom, and I just sat down and I focused solely on that.
I think that's where I'm at with Monster Hunter World.
Okay,
because for the most part I've been playing it solo.
Yeah,
because I wanted to trying to get the mechanics down and everything to get the gist of it. But like I said, the hunting is the boring part. It's probably boring because it is what I'm doing solo. If I had like if I was with a group of folks, probably be doing something in between the hunting that probably make it a little more enjoyable to me that way. That's probably what I'm. So I'm going to try to get back into that later on, but try with a crew this time.
Trying to find the game balance for something like that, where the fun of solo play mixed with occasional group play. Where I think back to when we were all doing City of Heroes, right?
Right.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
But it got to a point where you had to group up.
Level 25 and up, you had to get with somebody.
Yeah.
You had to. There's no other way.
That's what I didn't like about that, because then the penalty for death was so great. You couldn't do anything, like...
Yeah, but didn't the penalty give you more, it was like XP or currency or something, like the more, I forget what it's called, the penalty you had on your meter. It's something you got more of when you had penalty on.
I just remember dying a lot after a while, because I was, like, at the time I was in England, I believe. What was it? When did that come out?
City of Heroes.
City of Heroes?
04, 05?
Really?
Let's check it out.
Is that really the case? Was it 04?
City of Heroes?
No, not 04.
It is 04.
04.
Oh, it was 04?
April 27, 2004.
Okay, so I was living in England, so my time was different than y'all's, because I was on a couple different time zones.
Yeah.
And so I had to do a lot of, by myself, just when I was playing, because just when I was available at nighttime, it would have been completely different over here. But finding that balance where you could go with someone else or a group of other people and still have it fun, challenging, or whatever, but not where it penalizes you for being single and doing, that's... Does Monster Hunter do that, where, it doesn't penalize you for being, single player?
It did. For me, it didn't penalize you for being solo, but it felt really monotonous to me because of the long, drawn out time in between the hunts. Because you get a beast and you take it down to a certain health level, and then it runs off, and so you got to spend the time chasing after it.
Down?
Yeah, and there's no so there was a monotonous run of doing that, and then trying to find this. Then you find it, and it just runs away again, and then lather, rinse, repeat until you actually take it down. Yeah, and it was especially tedious when you had an enemy that flew.
Oh,
because there was a lot. There's a lot of different distance between you on foot with all this armor on, and this thing could flying away clear across the map in no time. And you have to go from point A to point B and play with and hunt it all the way, hunt all the way there. That got a little tedious to me, but like I said, if I did it with a crew, let's see how that turns out. Doing it that way. Yeah.
RJ's been playing Dark Souls.
Dark Souls 3. Yeah, and including that a little bit of more of Street Fighter 5. New challenges, new things like that. I need to put some work in really because I'm seeing folks hit like gold and platinum level and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I am in silver, still in silver, but it takes a little time to get there. But all I gotta do is put some time in there, and eventually I get to it.
Just practice.
Yeah, practice and play.
Like
That's all
with
you can
everything.
do. Mm-hmm.
Do we already go over yours?
Nope.
Well, what have you been doing?
Mine's
short. You know what mine is. So what have you been doing?
I've been playing a little bit, just like I said, stuff I could just pick up, not worry about, put down.
You turn your brain off and play.
Yeah. Or just like little vignette, I guess, sort of gaming.
Yeah.
The Captain Toadstool on the 3DS.
Okay.
I've been doing like when I have just a spare moment here and there, just pick it up, do a level, put it down, pick it up. That's what I love about the 3DS and like a game like that, where you could just, it doesn't matter if you just have a few minutes, you could just do something and then all right, let me get back to what I was doing or what.
Yeah.
But other than that, doing a little bit of Last of Us.
Mm-hmm.
I just beat fall, so now I'm in winter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So did the whole university.
She was by herself.
Huh? Yeah.
Okay,
I just started that part where you had to hunt down the deer.
Yeah.
Before you meet David.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Fun.
Yeah. It's been a couple years since I played that game, and I had the remaster, and I was like, you know what? Let me just because at first I was thinking about Uncharted 4, because I've already played through that once and I beat it, and then I've been watching some videos with Nolan North and Troy Baker, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? I liked Uncharted. Maybe I could give that, like do another run through again, because it's I remember like the general aspects of it and a few set pieces here and there, but like as far as like everything sort of like forgotten part of it. So I'm like, yeah, I could run through that again, have that in my memory. But then I looked at The Last of Us and I'm like, oh yeah, let's do that a little bit more. And because I remember how much I enjoyed that game.
Yeah,
But,
when you talk about David, that confrontation with him, man, that was tense.
Brutal.
Yeah, it was brutal, but it was tense getting up to that point though.
Yeah,
very much so.
Other than that, Kevin and I have been doing Elite Dangerousing.
That's what I've seen. A lot of what I've noticed.
I've been engrossing in that. That's like I was saying earlier, where I've had it for a couple of years, and I first tried it back when everybody was really doing it before Horizons and stuff like that. And it was flying around. It was all right. I just didn't quite grasp it. And then when Horizons came out, the expansion for it, where you could like land on the plants and stuff, I did a little bit. Then I would just put it down. But for a while now, I've been like, man, I want something where I could a space sim. I miss that. I want something I could fly, I could be in space and stuff. And then I'm like, you know what? Let me just try this again. And then Kevin and I were looking for something to do since we beat Ghost Recon, and I did play a little bit of that with the Ghost mode.
What is? I don't know what that is.
It's their new Ghost Recon had a new patch or like a new. I guess part year 2, they have year 2 broken off in different things.
Yeah.
The first section was Sam Fisher level. So you have Sam Fisher and everything in one of the levels and do stuff with him. And this one, it's more focused on Rainbow Six.
Oh, okay.
But they added a thing called Ghost Mode, where the thing I don't like about it is you have to start a brand new character.
Really?
So the character that I have that's like fully maxed out, fully whatever.
Why don't they let you do what? Why?
When you start Ghost Mode, it's a brand new character. You have to redo everything. You start off with nothing. It's permadeath.
Oh, well, that's why they do that. Okay. Yeah. So you didn't tell me that was
It's interesting in the fact that it's permadeath, and also
it's a brand new game mode.
Yeah, it's a brand new game mode, and you only allow one primary weapon and a sidearm, whereas before you could have 2 primary weapons and a sidearm. So you do like an assault rifle and a sniper gun, plus your little like handheld or whatever.
Yeah.
This one you got to do just one primary and a sidearm. If you reload, any bullets left that were in the magazine, they're gone.
Okay.
So it's more challenging.
Okay.
So I tried that a little bit, and I'm like,
I've kind of always liked that idea of the magazine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of, because I am.
If that's how it is in real life. If I have a clip with 8 bullets in it, I fire twice and eject it.
I would love a little bit more ammunition discipline in myself because I am very much a fire, reload, fire, reload, fire, reload.
That's what I noticed what I was doing with this, where like pop, and then reloading. I was like, that's all right. I need to stop doing that. Like you have to like break yourself of that.
Yeah,
habit.
there's a huge habit I have of like running into a firefight, doing what I need to do,
like
and
get one person down, reload, even though you're like you only have half.
Even if one person goes down, it's like I do a reload, or I hit cover, do a reload.
What's worse is if you have like a light machine gun with like a 50 round belt.
Yeah, which you're not used
to. Then you do that, then you just realize, well, there's half my ammunition.
Yeah, I mean,
right there.
I've had the situation like that because I never want to be out of ammo.
Yeah.
And when I need be, so when I have a light moment or a dull moment, nothing's going on, I'm thinking reload already.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this adds that challengingness to it, where if you do that, then you just lose ammunition.
So basically, don't reload till you hear the clicks,
or
does the game automatically reload?
The game automatically reloads.
Okay, then never.
So then
just never hit the reload button.
If you do get shot down, then your team can revive you. If they don't get to you in time, then that character, all progress is done.
How much time you got before injury to death?
Usually about I think about 5 to 10 seconds. Or so. I mean, it depends on how close your team members are. It's not terrible. It's not like oh my gosh, I'm sweating bullets. Am I going to make it? Am I going to make it? Usually you do.
Okay.
But yeah, so I did a little bit of the Ghost Recon, but I've been getting back into Elite Dangerous. Got a new fighting ship, the Crate, and Kevin and I have been we're basically like mercenaries. We'll go into a system that's a civil war. We'll just figure out which side we want to fight for, select some missions from that, go in there and just start shooting people. We were playing last night, and it was an expensive night for us. For some reason,
equipment.
Oh man, we when your ship gets blown up, you get to buy it back. So you have insurance, like however much insurance it costs to buy back the ship. For me right now, my ship with all the things I have in it, it's about 4 million credits.
Is that with insurance?
Yeah, like my buyback is like 4.5 mil.
How much do you have in your bank?
Last night I started out with 20 mil. By the end of the night, I was down to about 9.
Oh, okay.
We got blown up a couple times.
Yeah,
it was expensive. So we're in the area, we go into the conflict zone, and you select your faction, and we're just going through. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, everybody just stopped focusing on the NPCs and just focused on us. Because you'll have other NPCs in the area that you're aligned with. So whichever faction you're aligned with, they're usually they're in green, showing hey, these are the guys that help out, and they'll fly around. They do help out, but all of a sudden, all the bad guys just ignored them and focused solely on us.
So all the aggro on you for just something.
Oh, it was rough. Kevin's just oh, I'm getting shot. Oh, my shields are down. Oh, and then he blows up. And I'm what happened? The next thing you know, I'm there next to him blowing up. I'm whoa, what was that? He's that wasn't good. So we all right, we go back. Oh, that's expensive. Buy back our equipment.
It's going to be a mess, man. All of a sudden, 15 on 1, just suddenly.
Basically, that's what it felt like, just all lasers on you, And so we did that again. We flow into the area. We're doing a little bit. Next thing you know, they're all just aggroed on. We eventually just after a couple of times of that, we're let's find another war. Let's find something else. Yeah. This one is just not treating us nice, so we went somewhere else and did that.
I'm still wondering what caused everybody to aggro on you.
I don't know.
So
it was rough. It was expensive, but we're doing that. I'm ranking up in my federal faction because I want to get to the Sol system. With Earth, our system here in Earth. And you have to, sorry, my headphones are shorting out.
Is it doing that thing again?
Yeah, that's a little short in the headphones. But in order to get into the Sol, it's locked off. You have to be a certain rank with the Federation. And so I'm trying to, rank up my Fed so that way I can get my Sol permit so I can fly around Mars and see Earth and stuff like that, just for fun.
Okay.
And that, I have this thing called the Road to Riches where you fly around and it's an exploration. You basically see the galaxy, and you scan planets and sell them off. Sell off the cartography data, and it gives you experience and money. And
because after what you went through, it's time to start building up resources again.
Yeah.
I
was flying around today, most of the day doing that, and I made about 24 mil
Okay, that's
just
good.
doing that. So
Yeah.
I'm back, baby.
Well, we need to take a break. When we come back, here's what I played: Destiny. Yeah.
All
So
right.
yeah,
Good
exactly. Done. Yeah, when we come back, we'll get more into. I don't know. There's plenty that I put down for us to chat about.
Mm-hmm.
New graphics cards, man.
Yeah.
Or at least leaks of new graphics cards is what I'm looking at here. Kind of a big change for the Nvidia side of things. But anyway, lots to talk about there. Yes, we do have a theme for our music this week.
What is it?
The theme? Yeah.
Almost worked.
Yeah, it almost worked. It is. Here's our first one. It's from a game called Hellgate London.
Oh, yeah.
It's called Into the Rift. We'll be back with more of in-game chat right after this. And welcome back to In-Game Chats. Scott, Matt, and RJ on a Saturday here. Music here from The Matrix Online.
The theme still works then.
Yeah, I think which one?
The one of games I haven't played.
Yeah, right. I touched this for about, 5 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, no. Well, I was in the beta for it, or whatever it was, the alpha, the beta, the whatever the thing was.
What was the PS2 game, Matrix game?
There was a PS2 and an Xbox Matrix game.
Not this one, though, right?
No. It was called, it was the Matrix Neo's Path or something like that. I can't remember what it was called.
I don't remember that one. I know it had Jada Pinkett Smith.
No. It was
played
called,
that one briefly.
Let me look it
Path
up
of
for you.
Neo?
Path of Neo.
Okay.
Yeah. Neo's Path. Well, that was
Close
close enough.
Yeah.
But then they tried to do an MMO.
I remember hearing about it, and
I was in it for just a tiny little bit.
I wonder if
I was in it till it went live, and you started having to pay to use it, and then I was like, "No, I'm not going to do that." It was not.
When did the MMO come out?
About the Matrix Online?
Yeah. Let's look that up.
I almost wonder if it's one of those
05?
things. 05?
Yeah.
Just too early. Where if like the Matrix movies, if they would have came out later, like a few years ago, right? Maybe now would be a better time for that than 13 years ago.
Yeah, back then, yeah.
Possibly.
Because it seems like it could be an interesting idea.
Yeah. So did anyone play the Enter the Matrix?
That's the one I played. Enter the Matrix.
Those one before Path of Neo.
Yeah, that's the one I played.
So they did a couple. Okay,
that was an 03.
It wasn't that good.
Okay, I didn't know. I knew they had done a Matrix Online, and I knew they had done another Matrix game on the consoles, but I didn't know about Enter the Matrix.
Yeah.
Huh.
PS2, Xbox, GameCube, and Windows.
GameCube even.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. No, I did not partake. Once it launched, I did not do it.
There's been some interesting ideas for MMOs that I wish would, like, Scorched Earth was kind of like a Fallout MMO in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Just sort of nothing. You know, I think it came out, but just sort of fizzled, never went anywhere. Like,
well, now Fallout 76 is going to be your next. Are you still not buying that, or what's your
As
situation?
of now, no. As of now, no, I am not buying that.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah.
All right.
As of, unless when it comes closer and more information comes out, and I don't know, it might sway me, but as of now, I don't have interest in it.
Yeah. The only thing I've been playing, like I said, was Destiny 2. I'm still just running through that. I was on with, was this a Sunday or a Saturday night? Maybe it was, I don't know if it was Saturday night or if it was just Sunday during the day. I can't remember, but me and Random Man, which is a great name to have because it sounds
wow.
That's his name online, is Random Man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. So me and Random Man were running through something, and I said, and he's, and I was talking to him because he had listened to the show, and I was telling him, yeah, I just want to finish up, masterworking these 2 pieces of armor that I have, which requires me on both of my characters to run the raid prestige, main raid prestige version, heroic, whatever, hard mode. So that's all I've got to do for these 2 characters. So I want to do that. And then I want to get my Orpheus rig for my hunter, and then I'm done. I'm good until the next season launches. So he's like, he said, first off, Zur, the guy who sells the stuff every weekend.
Agent of the Nine.
Yeah. He has Orpheus rig for sale this week. But last week he's like, have you tried going there and buying the Legacy Ingram? The Ingram's like 90 some odd shards and
97 shards.
Yeah. And it'll give you something you don't have.
Right.
And I said, no, I've looked, and the table that it pulls from is all, it's all stuff that I've got. And so he said, yeah, but the rig is in there this time. I was like, oh, well, let me go check. So I went and I go checked, and I hover over the Orpheus rig, and it's like, you already own this.
Oh.
I said, what? So I go to my collections in the vault.
And it's there?
And sure enough, Orpheus rig has been there the entire time.
Huh.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the thing you've been lamenting for and wanting desperately.
The thing that everybody
there.
would ask me when they would see a hunter join the raid team is, oh, do you have Orpheus rig? No, I don't. Well, then run the Celestial Nighthawk helmet, which, it takes your golden gun, gives you only one shot.
One shot, but it's a powerful one.
Boosts the damage.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, well, then run Nighthawk on this and that sort of thing. And finally I was able to say, I have Orpheus rig. So I was put into a match, not into a match, but I was put into a raid with Orpheus rig, and they're telling me, well, and I was like, I told them, I said, this is the first time I've run this with Orpheus rig. I have no idea what I need to do. And they said, well, you shoot, and they took me around before the raid started. They took me around the arena that we were in. They're like, okay, if we're going to be over here, you shoot this or you shoot this. If we're going to be over here, you shoot here or here. If we're going to be on this side, these 2 sides. If you shoot on this side, you need to stand here. If you shoot on this side, you need to stand here. They were like going through all the stuff. Orpheus rig is amazing in a raid. That thing is amazing. If you tether 4 or more enemies, you get your super back.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if you have like a whole bunch of enemies just together,
which you do in a raid, you get nothing but like just tons of enemies. And so I was popping that thing, and it would boom. You would see tons of little strands coming out from it, attaching itself to the enemies. And my super would just fill right back up. Meanwhile, I can't see them, but everybody else can see them. Orbs are just popping out of me like candy for them to collect while that's going on.
Orb dispenser.
Oh, it's amazing.
Are you doing this on the PlayStation 4 or the PC?
PC.
Okay.
I have abandoned the PlayStation 4 as far as Destiny is concerned.
Gotcha.
To the sad lament of both RJ and probably Sarah as well. I've just put too much time in it on PC, so yeah, there's really no going back on that one. I wish you guys. Now, I know it's like bring Sarah over to the PS4 side just in time to tell her, hey, can you come over to the PC side? Play over there. Play here. You know, like I don't even.
By the time she does that, we'll be like, now we're on the Switch.
Here's the thing: the easiest way for this to become worth it or better or just ideal is for them to let me take my character between the two
platforms.
Things.
Yeah, that would
not. I don't want to say cross-platform play.
Yeah,
I just want to be able to access my account
from any system. Yeah.
I just want to access my account on the PS4 to pull the same guy that I'm playing with on my PC over to there, and then I can play with him.
Yeah, PC people play with PC people.
I am totally fine with that.
Console people.
If they could just implement that, things would be better. Because when I'm on PC and I don't see anybody on, or if they're on and I'm not doing anything, and just pop on PS4 and start playing, and my progress is the same.
Yes,
and I would love that. I really, really want that badly. But Sony does not seem to want this whatsoever. Somebody had said something. I want to say one of the guys from Bethesda had said something about the fact that
Sony shuts them down.
No. They said that there's no way we can release something unless Sony implements crossplay. And I can't remember where I read that or what I had seen, but there was something in there. And I didn't save the article. I think it may have been a forum thing and not an article, but. Something about, and it was from Bethesda, and I think it was maybe a future game that's to be released. I don't know if it's the Morrowind, or not Morrowind, but
Skyrim,
Elder Scrolls. Yeah. I don't know if it's an Elder Scrolls 6 thing or something in the pipe, or I don't know what it is, but they seem to say that we cannot do anything with this unless Sony makes it crossplay. And I can't remember what it was. I really can't. And I also don't necessarily believe that. I wish I had read into it, and maybe I did read into it, and it was a bunch of crap, which is why it's not sticking with me. Because it's unlike a studio of any kind to say something like that, to put a demand on a console or on a company that builds the consoles that the games run on, to make that demand that we can't do this unless you change your rules a little bit or something like that. I understand when you say that I can't release on your system because your system can't run it because it's too that I totally get. We can't port it to your system for whatever reason, but to give them an ultimatum of like you need to not restrict these plays for us to do this, that just seems like something a studio wouldn't say. So I don't necessarily know the validity of what I saw there. So. Let's see. Going back, so before we closed last week's show, we were talking about this IGN reviewer who got
the plagiarist.
Yeah, he got accused of plagiarism, and there was too much. There was too much proof there to say otherwise. And then they found some more stuff, and then they found more stuff.
Who was he plagiarizing?
Some YouTube video thing.
Okay, because
some YouTube channel.
One of them was like just basically copying their review of other things. Like just
no. This guy seemed to
with the name.
This guy and the guy is Philip Mewson, maybe, I don't know. He didn't have one source that he copied from. He would just pick from different sources, which is really how you do plagiarism, unless you're sloppy. But even then, like, dude wasn't sloppy, but once the red flag had come up on him, they started looking in.
Coming through his stuff.
Then they start going through it. And, man, once the internet starts going through your stuff, you're done.
You're no longer directing Guardians
Like, if you've got anything out there that you don't want the internet to see or to find out, or if you just want to challenge them to find something, they are going to find it. If the internet gets a hold of it, they will find it. And so this guy did an apology, or he didn't do an apology video, did a response video because nobody had heard from him since the original allegations. And he said stuff like, I apologize. I hate that it came out that way. I sincerely apologize to all of our readers, to the website that I pulled from. We didn't say that I pulled from. He still marks it up as being a coincidence. And then he went on in the video to call out one of the reporters over at Kotaku, and it's a really good reporter, Jason Schreier, I think is his name. Really, really, the guy does his homework. And he called him out because he says, I think one of the Kotaku reporters, and he called him out by name, has found something else. It's just, he called it, witch hunt, that sort of thing. It's none of it, blah, blah, blah. Well, that challenged them, and they found more stuff. Now IGN has wiped clean everything that he ever produced for them. They have taken it all off of their website and are going back and redoing different reviews and videos and other little things that he was working on. They've taken it all off. And if it was review, they've gone back to do a re-review on it. And if it was just like a preview or just an article about whatever, they've just scrubbed it. They've completely wiped him off. They found so much more. They found a direct post on NeoGAF. This goes back a ways. But it was word for word from a NeoGAF post that he put in a video. About, I can't remember what it was from, about Super Mario. It was a video. Let's see. The lengthy list of allegations now includes a Bayonetta 2 review that drew from Polygon, a video that took word for word from a NeoGAF post, and a number of other videos, which he read excerpts from Wikipedia about topics like Mario Odyssey, as if he had written them. Wow. The list even includes an Octopath Traveler article that copied from one of his own IGN colleagues' reviews, much to that writer's dismay. Tipsters have pointed me to dozens of instances in which he took directly from other sources, some of which are rounded up here. Yeah, it's just... No, I agree. IGN did the exact correct thing.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is how IGN didn't see any of this. Like, why did they not...
How long has he been doing
editing,
it?
Yeah, they just kind of let old boy do his thing, but they never did any kind of. Now, and I don't necessarily know that you have to do this as an editor. I think you look at the material that is given to you.
I think you kind of trust your writers.
Yeah, you have to, and you go over it and be like, okay, this looks good. This is good length. This is good layout. Whatever. You look at all that stuff. Does it fit? You're not checking for plagiarism because how could you check for plagiarism? How could you, as one person or even a team? And by a team, I'm saying maybe 6. I don't know how many editors a place has, but I'm just throwing out another number. 6 people looking over this stuff can still easily miss it. It's different when you involve the internet. That's a big team.
Way bigger.
It's a giant team of people who can scour over everything you've done and compare it to other things and make those connections.
There's one person out there who just looked at this and said, where have I seen this before?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
That's
the other thing.
This sounds familiar. Let me think.
That goes to the other thing. It's like, and it kind of goes to Lethal Migraine's point. When was the last time you read an IGN article? When was the last time you read an IGN review other than looking at the number that they give it or the outcome of good, bad, fair, whatever it is that they judge their games on?
I've seen a few. I don't really read their articles anymore. Like on YouTube, I'll see like a video review of something. Like I watched their video review of Octopath Traveler just because I was curious about that game.
Oh, was that also him?
I'm not sure
because they just mentioned that. Hang on, let me look.
I was just more interested in all right, what's this game about? And
the list even includes an Octopath Traveler article that copied from one of his own IGN colleagues' reviews.
Okay. I mean, this was a couple weeks ago that I
well, this would have been, yeah.
So
I can't look at it now because it's been wiped from the website.
Yes.
So I have no idea, but yeah. So, wow.
Good luck him trying to find a new job.
No kidding. I mean, that's really, really bad. And people were like, oh, well, he'll never work in any kind of video game journalism type stuff. Any journalism whatsoever probably ever again. But then again, when you look at the links that he went to do that, it's kind of a bad record on you for a lot of things. It would have been, he was already fired after the 1 or 2 reports of it. I think after the 1 report, I think they did the investigation and they pulled him from. I think they had already fired him after they found the first infraction, which was the Dead Cells review. But yeah, when you have that many black marks on you, that looks bad. Especially if all you've ever done is this, and so you go down your resume, like, what else are you going to do? And if you are going to do it, what are you going to put on your resume to say, here's my past experience?
And when they ask you, so why'd you leave your former job?
Exactly. Well, there's the other thing. Where was the last place you worked? And then it's, why were you fired
Can we contact
from
them?
It's
I prefer you didn't.
It's one thing to get fired, but then it's another to get fired. Then the company you used to work for is actively distancing themselves from you.
Yeah, scrubbing any kind of information about
We don't know you. We never knew you. As far as we're concerned, he never existed here.
Yeah. Oh, man. So, yeah, that's a thing. And I just wanted to follow up on that story of what had happened after we left the show last week, because that was our last thing. It was just the Dead Cell stuff. And that they kind of found some more, and I just thought, that'll be done with it. And then the fact that they found that they scrubbed him from the website. Yeah. Like anything he had touched, just, you're gone. That's a lot. Okay, we're getting up here to the top of the hour. I'm going to just talk about one other thing here, is that Burnout Paradise launches on PC coming up on the 21st.
Oh, yeah,
that is,
the remastered?
Tuesday. Yes, the remastered version launches on PC on the 21st. It is available right now if you are an Origin Access Premier whatever person.
Okay.
If you're in Origin Premier, you can access it right now. The best part about this is that even if you're not... I'm trying to see where it says.
Is it going to be on Steam, I wonder?
Oh, God, no. It won't be on Steam. It's only on Origin.
All right.
But if you own the game already...
I own it on Steam.
I don't know if that translates to Origin. Does it not?
I don't know.
Have you fired up Origin to check?
Not in a while.
I don't know.
I still haven't checked to see if, like, that $5 that, I was using for Origin Access, if that's, like, there or if it's gone.
The developer confirmed that Big Surf Island is included. It's the first time the add-on has been included on PC. It also includes all of the free updates, the party pack.
What about the Hollywood cars?
All of it. The legendary cars.
Oh,
that's
good. Because that was the big problem, that like you had to get like the Amazon version.
Which I did. I went through Amazon and paid like a nickel. I mean, it was not much to get it.
But by the
time
I
had
to
buy it through Amazon to get it on my PC.
Yeah.
No, there was another article, and I guess I thought it would be mentioned in this one, but if you legacy owners is what they're calling them. Mm-hmm. If you already own the game, I think the upgrade to the remastered version is $5.
Ooh, I hope my Steam version counts.
I know. I have no idea.
Because I would love that game. I do love that game. I would love to have the remastered version of that game, but I don't want to spend, $30 for it?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure exactly what it's going to cost, but yeah, we'll find out on the 21st.
Yeah, I'll have to look when I get home tonight and check my Origin account to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, so we're going to take a break here in just a minute, and then when we come back, I don't know, we've got a lot. I mentioned the graphics card that we haven't talked about just yet. There is not really Dishonored news, other than the fact that they're not going to make it anymore for a while.
Yeah.
They stopped that, and Bethesda is not releasing Fallout 76 on Steam.
Really?
Hang on, let me look at this.
What are they going to release it on?
Hang on. Yeah, Fallout 76 will not launch on Steam.
They don't have... What, GOG maybe?
On the launch date, or just something later?
Launching on Bethesda.net will make it easier for the publisher to communicate with players. He said, adding that on Steam and other platforms, Bethesda can always access other players' contact details. Bethesda.net. Is this another thing we have to add to our computer? It's becoming
stupid.
It's Steam, Origin, Uplay, Battle.net, Bethesda.net. It's kind of like all the apps I have to download to watch, like Netflix, Amazon, Hulu.
Yeah.
Now Disney is doing a thing.
Don't even get me started on that one.
Yeah,
I want that.
I know you are. I know.
October 8th.
Oh, for the
Resistance.
Resistance? Yeah.
And I actually like the art style.
It's not bad. I looked at the little minute trailer.
Yeah, me too. It looked, it reminded me of Wind Walker. That sort of cel-shaded Zelda,
That's Wind Waker.
Yeah.
Oh, you said Wind Walker.
Oh, no, that's something else. Yeah, Wind Waker.
Yeah. A little bit.
In that flat cell shading.
It looks more like a more advanced Telltale game. Like a much more cleaner Telltale game with the animation. So, anyway, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about all that stuff. Here is music. You know, it's funny. You mentioned this earlier.
Yeah.
The theme should be easy for you guys to pick up on, I think. And if not, it should be by now, or maybe another song to go.
Hellgate. What was the other one? Hellgate?
The Matrix Online.
Hellgate
Matrix
London,
Online.
The Matrix Online. Here is the music from City of Heroes. We'll be back with more of In-Game Chat right after this.
I did play that one.
You did. We all did. Loved it, by
Yes.
the way. And welcome back to In-Game Chat. This is music from APB.
Oh, all points. Well, that's
Yeah.
the people that did Crackdown.
I believe it was, and I think Kevin
Yeah,
played a lot
Kevin
of this.
did play it.
Yeah,
Cops versus criminals, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
that's exactly what it was. Maybe you've gotten the theme now. Matt's already guessed correctly what the theme is, so maybe you figured out
Minus
what the...
City of Heroes games I haven't played.
Still games you haven't played, right?
Minus the one.
The next one is a game that nobody played.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear what
It was
that is.
promoted, but it never actually got off the ground.
Oh, it didn't even go live?
It never went live. In fact, the music that I have for it is just a demo version that they had to release for a convention where they were announcing the game. And they said, here's a hint, and they're like, this is just a work in progress. It's all synth. It's not orchestra. There's just a little bit of a taste of what the score is going to sound like for the game.
Yeah. So it was planned and developed, but never released. It just stopped.
Interesting.
It had a, and I'm being a little vague here.
Okay.
It had a game release with a subtitle. In other words, before this game releases, we're going to release this other game that kind of goes with it, and you can do all this stuff in this game, and then when we launch, all that stuff will be there. So it's kind of like releasing a character creator before your game launches so that people can have their character ready to go type of thing.
Then don't release the game.
And then they didn't release the game.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, you'll find out what that is coming up next.
Yeah.
So, we when we last left, Fallout 76 is not launching on Steam. It is launching on Bethesda.
Bethesda's own. That's getting ridiculous. That's what I liked about Steam. It was all the games that I wanted under one roof. Instead of,
Yeah, and I
my
remember...
problem with Origin is that, if I don't open it up, I forget that I have games on it.
You leave Steam open all the time, right?
I do.
Why don't you leave Origin open all the time?
Just don't think about it. The same reason why I don't leave GOG Galaxy, open all the time.
Because you don't have very many games on it?
I have a few, but, like Witcher, but I guess what typically what I'll do is like for stuff like that, I'll actually I'll add the icon into Steam so I can launch it.
So you can launch it from Steam, yeah.
So, but still,
I believe I've got that with Destiny right now.
I did that with like Diablo and Witcher 3.
But the thing with Destiny is the way it all works on PC with Destiny is you go through the
Battle.net.
Yeah, Battle.net. So if I launch the game through Steam, it will not open Battle.net. It'll just launch the game. Okay. Battle.net doesn't have to be opening to run. Battle.net doesn't have to be open to run the game.
Yeah.
The problem with that is that then I go over to the Discord for Destiny LFG, the group of PC players who are looking to play, and in order to meet up with them, I've got to open up
Battle.net.
I got to open up Battle.net and type in their name and friend them in order for us to meet up and do everything that we're going to do. So yeah, that has increased the amount of people I have on my friends list, but most of the time, you after a while, you get into the habit of, as whenever you're done, to mark them off to your friends list. Because you will hit the cap eventually.
Yes.
So yeah, just, but that has to be open, so I just leave that open for when I need to meet up.
Diablo 3's coming to Switch?
Yeah, Diablo 3 got a Switch release. It had been rumored for a very long time, but now it's actually happening. Where did that go?
An old game.
It is an old game, but they've got, apparently it's what is it called? The Eternal Collection. It will include the original game, the Reaper of Souls expansion, and the Rise of the Necromancer pack, and all updates that the game has received thus far. You'll also be able to get an armor set that makes you look like Ganondorf from The Legend of Zelda.
That's
really
cute.
The Switch version will also let you play multiplayer in a number of different configurations, from 4-player local co-op on the same machine to 4-player co-op on separate Switches without an internet connection, to fully online co-op, to having some players local and others connected over the internet. This is the pull.
All right.
This is the pull.
All right.
This is where, when a multiplayer game releases, or not a multiplayer, when a multi-platform game releases, that the Switch has a bullet point on there that none of the other consoles, or even your PC, is going to have. Yeah. And that is, you just take it with you.
Yeah.
You can just take... Can you imagine? When is this release? Sometime later this year. Can you imagine taking that to PAX?
Yeah.
I'm taking Drop Mix to PAX, by the way.
Oh, wow.
They're not going to be there.
Yeah.
Hasbro and Harmonix are not going to be there. There's going to be some people from there, but they're not going to be represented officially.
Yeah.
Which means
no cards?
I don't know. I'm sure they'll have some, but the
Watch it be like a Barbie and My Little Pony mix.
No. The promo cards, they've already announced the promo cards.
Oh, is that the Power Ranger?
Well, there's the Power Rangers, the Transformers, the G.I. Joe, and then I think it was Undertale. Was it Undertale? I don't know. It's a video game score.
Okay.
Those are the 4 promo cards that are available. And
wait, so you'll be able to get the Transformer and the G.I. Joe again?
I don't know.
Hopefully.
I don't know. They're not going to be represented there officially. Yeah. It's just going to be like some Harmonix guys walking around, and they're just there to visit PAX on their own. They're not there in any kind of official capacity.
Is it going to be like Adam Savage Incognito, where you have to like walk up to everybody?
No.
Like, are you Harmonix?
It's not even
Harmonix?
that, dude. It's not even that. They're just going because they're going to PAX. But they're not going in any kind of official capacity. So it's also that kind of puts it. They haven't put that out there to say, hey, if you see us, come up to us.
Oh, I would do it.
I mean, they have said if you see us, come by, say hello. But they haven't said anything. So I can't just. I don't know. Feels kind of weird.
You can
to do that. I'm hoping that maybe some vendors there at PAX might have the cards that I can grab. Even if I'm paying a little bit over. If I'm paying $10 for the card, I'll do that. Will I pay the prices that are going for on eBay? No, not at all.
That's ridiculous.
Ever. So I'm kind of holding out on that. But yeah, so I don't know. That's the pull for me on Switch. The Diablo 3 on Switch. Any game that gets released on Switch that's a multi-platform title, it doesn't necessarily edge it out because of the portability. I mean, it all depends. But portable Diablo is not bad, man.
Yeah.
Just like portable Stardew Valley was not bad.
Yeah, I love it on my Vita.
Exactly. So there's a lot of good things there. Let's go to the phones and talk to Chris. Hey, Chris.
What's going on?
Not much. What's going on with you?
Not much as well. I heard the news about Diablo coming as well, and I may be tempted, especially if some of my other friends and y'all may get it too. You know, that sounds pretty intriguing, maybe.
It does, you know, and I haven't played Diablo until we all tried to play it way back during the launch.
Yeah.
And this is when the economy for the game was all screwed up, and they hadn't fixed any of that stuff yet. So I didn't get very far with it. So the idea of picking up this game on Switch, and I believe, what was the price on that? Was it $60?
Maybe less now. I mean, if it comes with everything, you know, up to date like everything else. But I wonder if you can.
Yeah, it's
carry over
$60.
your account.
It's coming in Nintendo console for $59.99.
Okay, yeah. But even if I had to start over, you know, I've got it on PlayStation 4 with all the content, but I still probably wouldn't mind starting out fresh scratch again either if you can't pull over your data from Blizzard's account. You may be able to if I think if I remember correctly, you have, you know, it goes through your Blizzard account, and you may be able to. I may be able to pull up my stuff from my PlayStation version.
Possibly, I don't know. I haven't read anything about that. Oh, here's some more information. There's the Ganondorf-inspired cosmetic armor.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's also a pair of Majora's Mask-inspired wings.
Wings?
Yes.
Interesting.
A Triforce character portrait frame and a new... is it a Kuko pet? C-U-C-C-O? Kuko? Coco?
Like the kookery?
I don't know.
I don't know how to pronounce it, but I know what you're talking about.
It's the chickens.
Yes, it's chickens.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, up to 4 players. Blizzard also said that everything in Diablo 3 Eternal Collection is unlocked from the start. A full campaign, the replayable adventure modes, 7 character classes, themed seasons for Switch players to experience for the first time. So that'll be interesting. I'm not seeing anything about being able to bring over your stuff from another, from Blizzard's.
Well, if they do it the same, you know, because I remember when I used to have it, I still do have it on PC, but I hadn't played it in years, and then I didn't know my sign-in information, you know, for Blizzard's account, and I signed up for, you know, re-signed up again when it came out on PlayStation, and I've got everything jotted down now in a location, and I might be able to just log into their account. I may be able to pull it up since they may make it where you can do like that, or you have to make a Blizzard account, and that's where they keep your data on your characters and everything.
Yeah, because they keep their your character on their servers.
Yeah, so if I sign into the same account on the Switch, I could pull up everything, my powerful characters that I could. Have you played that Diablo 3 recently, or to a certain extent, you know, where you know about the different difficulties in it?
I played it a couple months. I loaded it back up a couple months ago.
Well,
it was after the Necromancer.
Okay. Well, I have one of my characters. I think it's the Demon Hunter that I've got my character build on. Mm-hmm. I can run a Torment 8 or 9 by myself.
Okay.
If you know that's really difficult. I think they have like up to 12 or 13 difficulties that, you know, you keep going up and up, and then, you know, they give you more experience, more gold. You know, basically this gives you more stuff, but it makes it a whole lot more difficult for you. But
what's the max difficulty on there?
I don't know. It's been a while since I played it, but I think 12 was the max. Mm-hmm. It may be higher now if they make it more fun for people to keep wanting to have a reason to play. So
I can see. I mean, I can see that to give them a reason to keep playing again. A higher difficulty, maybe they put up like maybe 15 or something.
Yeah, and it had been 15, but for me being able to go through that one or like around 9 or 10 was pretty way high up there. You know, that's pretty uncommon for a single player to be able to do that. Mm-hmm. But of course, if you have other people join in when you're doing that game mode, you know, it boosts the experience and then the difficulty for everybody as well, and you get more loot drops and all too. So
it scales appropriately.
Oh yeah, but that'd be an easy way to help y'all boost up and get items and everything. I can use my strong characters because I've got some strong characters on my account.
Well, I'm trying to find out if you even can. Going through a couple of different. First off, nobody in the comment section of the article I was reading mentioned anything about like hey, I wonder if you can connect to your already existing account and bring all that over. I'm not seeing anything in here about that. And now I'm trying to find some forum threads to where certainly somebody must have asked that question. Not saying it's going to get answered.
I wonder if somebody's posted that on BattleNet themselves about the Switch release then.
Yeah, I'm trying.
I may search around too and see if I can find that later, but I bet that may be the case.
Seems like more people would be talking about this, and I don't see
You
a
would
lot of
think.
people talking about it.
Or they haven't thought about it.
Because it was just announced this week. Then again, I'm scanning pretty fast on here. I could be overlooking. It. While I'm doing this, I'm reading things about. Oh, here's Red Dead Redemption 2. Here's
that's on pre-order now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So many games coming out so little time, right?
Yeah, we get
Red Dead Redemption 2 is one I am going to play.
Well,
yeah, I'm going to get that one too. I've got
Destiny's expansion hits on September the 4th. Is that right? September the 4th? Is that Tuesday? And then later that week, Spider-Man hits.
Ooh, that one looks good too.
Look, I got Shenmue 1 and 2 coming out on the 21st, and then the 28th, I've got Yakuza Kiwami 2 coming out. So I got that.
Both. I've already got the Shenmue 1 and 2 ordered, so that's good. Yeah. But, oh man, don't remind me about... Well, I'm not going to get Kiwami 2 on the get-go. I'm going to wait for the price to drop. Just like I haven't gotten 6 yet. I'm waiting for the price to drop. Mm-hmm. I like the series. I have a good time with the series, but...
If Sega's smart, they'll release they'll release 3, 4, and 5 as well.
Yeah, in the teens is about where I want to pay for it. Mm-hmm. You know, I paid for 1 and 0 when they were like in the teens. Mm-hmm. So I'll wait for the other ones for that.
And like you said, Spider-Man on the 7th. I haven't seen anything about Destiny 2's
Forsaken. Yeah, it's the 4th.
Yeah, it's 4th.
Yeah,
September 4th. Okay.
Yeah, it's September the 4th. Anyway, Chris, thanks for calling, man.
Mm-hmm. All right, y'all have a good one.
Take care.
You too, man.
All right, bye.
Bye.
We have times like that, don't we? The hits just keep on coming. Game.
And
then a long time when nothing.
Yeah. Like if I wasn't so invested in Destiny, then Forsaken wouldn't be a blip on my radar. And right now, Shenmue is not a blip on my radar, only for the fact that I just wasn't.
You weren't there to begin with?
I was never there at the beginning. Yeah. I mean, I have them on the original. Or
yeah, I mean, on the original, it's a nostalgia buy. I mean,
I had them on the Dreamcast.
I loved it, and I'm going to play it again.
I miss picking, I must avenge my father, but first, let me pet this cat. Or
and 3.
Let me drive this forklift.
Yeah.
Then I can't wait for 3.
Yeah, talking about 3, it's a continuation of what we had in 2. Because if you remember playing 2 and how it ended, it stopped where you were, and it's like a big cliffhanger. Left you with more questions than answers, so you want a little more from that. But it'll be good to play that again. I love playing it when I had when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still looking.
The soundtrack for it was amazing too. Mm-hmm. That was one of the soundtracks I actually imported in from Japan.
Yeah, I think I imported 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I got the European version and played through that, and I had a good time with that. I think it was 4 discs.
Here we go.
Yeah.
So 4-disc set.
Okay, so I found it.
What'd you find?
So, online play will be via Nintendo's new paid service, which launches next month. Blizzard revealed that the service's cloud-saving system will automatically back up progress made offline in the background once the Switch has an internet connection.
Okay.
It does not require the game to be launched or any other manual process. If you have a Diablo 3 cloud save, you'll be able to load your profile onto a friend's Switch so you can use your characters with them in local play on a single console. You won't, however, be able to transfer your progress from the PC or existing console versions of the game. Blizzard previously made it possible for player profiles to be ported from one platform to another via its Battle.net service. When Diablo 3 moved from last to current generation consoles, you could even move a save from 360 to PlayStation 4. Right now, we don't have that as a feature, said the associate producer.
That's a shame.
I also asked whether Blizzard had any plans to support cross-platform play, which has been a hot topic. While Sony has refused, Still will answer the in the negative, but left the door open. It's not available at this time. I would never take anything off the table. It's something we're exploring that we're interested in, but it's not currently a feature.
The ever famous while Sony refused.
Pretty much is what we're looking at. That's interesting. You could even move your save from a 360 to a PlayStation 4?
Back in the day.
Wow. That sounded very Christopher Walken.
Yeah, it did.
Interesting. What about that infamous tease? Before Eurogamer confirmed it, Blizzard had spurred widespread speculation that Diablo 3 was coming to Switch with a tweet showing a Diablo nightlight being switched on and off. Anyway, I think we weren't lying when we said we weren't that clever. Something that we put out that we found out around the office wasn't intended to be so on the nose. So anyway, yeah. So there you go. That's what we found out. You will not be able to port that over. So good. Not good. It's, whatever. They just don't allow it right now.
I looked up Kuko you were talking about earlier. Are those killer chickens?
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. They're chickens from Legend of Zelda. I don't play enough Legend of Zelda to know about the chickens.
I don't play it either, but I heard that you don't mess with the chickens in that game.
They will bum rush you like no tomorrow.
Like what? Like Zerg Rush?
Oh yeah. With the chickens, what you could do is you could pick one up, and if you jump off a cliff or something, jump off a height, it'll flap its wings and use it like kind of like a parachute in a way. Mm-hmm. So if there's a section in one of the towns where you get up on a cliff and you jump off and you use the chicken to basically get to the roof of another building or stuff like that.
Is Breath of the Wild?
No, well, I think you can do it in Breath of the Wild as well.
Okay.
Yeah, you can.
But what were you doing it in?
I was doing it in Link Between Worlds.
Oh, okay.
But, I mean, this goes all the way back to Super Nintendo, Link to the Past.
Okay.
And stuff where you could, but if you hit the chicken, they'll freak out and run away. But if you keep on attacking them, others will just come off the screen and just come at you. They don't mess around.
Okay, I got to see that.
It's kind of funny.
I'll have to look it up later then.
One of my favorites is Link to the Past. They'll do that because it's the Super NES, Zelda with all the little chickens coming at you.
Just looking at more about the graphics card from Nvidia. Mm-hmm. Possibly $1,000 price tag.
Okay.
The GTX 1080 or GTX. It's not GTX anymore. It's the RTX 2080 Ti. 21% more cores than a 1080 Ti. This is really 11 gigabytes of memory on the card. GDDR6.
That
352-bit memory bus. It's hard to say how much faster the 2080 Ti would be when some of the details haven't been nailed down, but hints of a $1,000 price tag suggests that it'll be aimed squarely at gamers who are willing to pay whatever it takes to have the fastest machine. Don't know about the release yet. Looks like it's going to be next week, though.
Are people going to be Bitcoin mining with it?
I don't know no, because the market for Bitcoin is not
what it used to be.
It's not anything like that. Now, if the market for Bitcoin goes back up, then you're going to see that happen again. But I don't think it's gonna. I'm not saying I think Bitcoin has reached its peak type of thing.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be a while before there's another spike in those. Nvidia R-Tx 2080, and it will launch or at least be officially revealed on the 20th. That's Monday. Still no idea on how much it'll cost. The Ti, they're thinking it's going to be $1,000, but how much will the non-Ti version cost? How much would the 2080 cost? What'll happen to the prices of the 1080 and the 1080 Ti and those cards that are out now? What will those do? A lot of speculation. Nabokov fan, it's like I mentioned graphics card and he just
his ears were burning. He's like, oh,
out of nowhere. Man, okay, this will be interesting to see. And they're getting rid of the GTX. They're going to the RTX.
Ooh,
version.
First Order Stormtrooper. Sorry, I'm reading the chat.
No,
you're reading the chat room.
The Nabokov talks about his armor being made.
First Order TK. All right.
Matt, you got
sure.
some tips, Matt, right?
Bondo, super glue. Yeah.
Okay.
Dremel. I have to find out like if he's doing a kit or how he's doing it. So yeah. Oh. Yeah. All right. Sorry, didn't mean to.
No problem.
Oh, and there's some questions here. Some Destiny questions here.
Destiny.
Speaking of, this is Thar66. Speaking of Destiny 2, I have the game, no expansion, so I might as well wait to get them with the Forsaken, right? You cannot buy Forsaken alone. I mean, you need to buy the Legendary Edition. The 2 DLCs are $10 each now, but why should I buy them now if they come with Forsaken? If I pre-order the Forsaken Legendary Edition, can I play Warmind and Osiris now? It's going to be hell of expensive. All right, so just to go back and answer what you were saying there, Thar. If the 2 expansions are $10 right now, so if you can get $20 for both expansions, I would pick them up now. That way, all you have to buy is just Forsaken Vanilla, And the Forsaken Vanilla, I think, is regular like $60. I think. Well, I'm not sure. If the Forsaken that comes with the 2 DLC packs from the previous game is $70, then you're actually saving $10 there. And I think if you do pre-order those, I think, I don't know. That's odd to say that they would give you access to the DLC packs if you're just doing a pre-order, because what if you cancel your pre-order? Then I guess they would have to restrict your access to there, but if you've already made your character move all the way up to whatever, I don't know. It feels like if you were to buy that right now that has the DLC packs included, you will not be able to do anything with it until Forsaken launches. So if you want to get in on all the stuff going on with Destiny 2 with the 2 expansion packs now, you may have to buy those now at that $10 a pop type thing. I am not sure. So anyway, we've got to take a break. When we come back, we will, talk more game stuff.
Yep.
But this goes back to what we opened the conversation with, which is this music. It comes from a game that never actually launched. There was an ancillary game that, I think I said that right, that launched when they announced this. They said, we're going to launch this other version of our game. Well, it's not really a version of our game, but it allows you to do things in it that will carry over to when this game launches. This game never launched. And the game that I'm talking about is Everquest Next. Everquest Next never launched. Everquest Next, was it Landscape or was it called Land something? I can't remember what it's called. Everquest Next Landmark. That's what it was called. Everquest Next Landmark allows you to go into the world of the game and build stuff. You didn't fight monsters, you didn't level up, you just built stuff. Yeah. You built forts and you built armories and all these other things that would eventually carry over into the game when it launched, but it never launched.
So it was like that thing in Saints Row 3.
What?
That creation station, I think they did. Their little character builder thing, right?
I don't remember that.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was like some little building
Saints Row
thing.
3 launched.
Yeah, I know Saints Row 3 launched, but before it did, we had that.
Oh, you could build your own character.
Demo
thing.
Like
Okay,
that. So it's just like that then.
Yeah.
Make stuff pull over later. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so this was just demo music that they did when they announced the EverQuest Next, even though it never released. We'll be back with more of in-game chat right after. There's no title for this, so I don't know.
It's just music.
Music from EverQuest Next. Be back after this. And welcome back to In-Game Chats. And if you don't know by now, I figured this would probably be the clue, the biggest clue of any of them, as to what the theme might be. And of course, this is from Star Wars Galaxies.
Yes, but it's also the end credits for Empire Strikes Back when they are on the cruiser after Luke gets his hand reattached and he's looking out the big porthole with Leia.
Okay.
I know exactly where in the movie that comes from.
This track is called To Start a Journey. So I gotta figure that there's some
they take it from
variation.
A little bit, but I mean I noticed it looped back on itself, but it does go into that part where it is in ESB, because it's also like one of Luke's themes, because a part of it sounds like Binary Sunset.
Right, yeah.
But this part right here, this is when it goes into Empire Strikes Back.
Well, that's from Star Wars Galaxies. And so probably by now you know exactly what the theme was. And that was dead MMOs, basically.
I wish that they would have ended Galaxies the way I wanted it to, because I think it just ended.
No, there was a thing. They're like fireworks and all this other stuff. There was something that happened in the world.
What it needed to be, no matter what world you were at, out of nowhere, the Death Star just appears.
Just see the Death Star and just kills the planet. Yeah.
Whap.
I get that.
That would have been the best.
Not what they did, but I get that.
That should have been. Sony really mismanaged that from a
a
lot of ways.
Do you realize how many Sony ones we've done so far?
Yeah,
Star Wars Galaxies
Matrix
was a Sony. Matrix was Sony. Everquest was a Sony.
Yeah. I don't know about...
Hellgate London wasn't Sony.
No. I think that was British.
Yeah. No, it was. No, it wasn't.
Was
it wasn't Garriott.
No, not.
Oh,
no, not Lord British.
Yeah.
But,
okay.
Although he did crack me up when he got killed back in the day. Did you ever hear about that? Ultima Online.
Heard of it.
Way back, one of the original MMOs. He was Lord British, the guy that created Ultima. He was doing sort of like a town hall meeting, and his character is supposed to be immortal because he's Lord British, but some guy was able to kill him, kill his character, and he just kind of got perma-banned from the game. But it was worth it. So.
Let's see. Little quick hits here. Spyro Reignited Trilogy has been delayed to November. I think a lot of people were a little bit put off by the fact that the first game was on the disc, but the other two games you had to download.
Yeah, that's weird.
Halo Infinite is, according to Microsoft, considered Halo 6. It is a direct sequel. Another Sniper Warrior game has been announced, which is odd because I thought the last one did horrible.
Sniper Warrior?
It's called... oh, God. Let me look it up. Hang on. This is how bad. Sniper Ghost Warrior.
Yeah, those
Sniper
ones?
Ghost Warrior.
Those don't... Yeah.
They didn't do very well,
No,
but
they
apparently Contracts is the name of the next game. It'll launch next year.
Well, maybe they'll get it right this time.
Well, it just makes me think, leave it to the Sniper Elite guys to do the Sniper games, which they need to do another one, by the way.
True.
4 was surprised. I was surprised 4 came out when it did. I thought, well, that's sooner than I thought.
Yeah.
I'd be getting another game.
I had troubles running 4. That's one of the only games I've ever had troubles with where it would slow down and just,
Battlefield 5 has not been doing great as far as the pre-orders are concerned.
Meh.
Let's see. Battlefield 5, you won't find much talk. No one is dissecting trailers or sharing any sort of media, a phase nearly every previous game has been through. This is likely one reason why the game's pre-orders, according to an investment firm, have been weak. According to them, both Call of Duty, Black Ops 4, and Red Dead Redemption 2 are performing better in pre-orders. If this doesn't change, the game could have a similar fate to Titanfall 2, whose release was sandwiched between Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Day one sales are less important today than they used to be in determining ultimate sales success. Pre-orders are only helpful in estimating day one sales, and they're not as helpful now as they used to be even for that. I wouldn't put a lot of weight on pre-orders for forecasting in 2018. No. That's fine.
I am thinking about...
But a lot of people do put emphasis on pre-orders. A lot of people do put a lot of weight on, hey, how many has it sold so far, even though it hasn't released? Well, you know.
Engaging interest in whatnot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Who do we have on the phone?
Lee from Wetumpka.
Lee. Let's talk to Lee. Hey, Lee.
Hey, guys.
No, not Haley. Lee.
No, I know. It's not Haley.
Wah, wah, wah.
Shirley.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't be serious. Exactly. What's
How's it going?
It's going well. I haven't been able to listen to the whole show, so I don't know if you covered this topic, but I had 3 games I wanted to ask you about.
No,
One,
go ahead. Throw it out there.
Has anyone played Detroit? I can't remember the full name of it. And
Human.
Detroit Become Human.
Yes, Becoming Human. And has any more come out? Because I'm freaking totally waiting on Red Dead Redemption 2 and Spider-Man.
Okay, so
Same
let's
here.
start with Detroit Become Human. There's
Play
a big
the demo.
There's a big fat no on that one.
I want to, but
The no is not because I think it's a bad game or I'm
enjoyed
worried
the
that it's a
demo.
bad game. The no is just because
I haven't gotten around to it.
it's a single player type thing. There is no like, as far as I know, there's no DLC that's going to be coming with it. Everything about that game pointed to the fact that it was probably going to drop in price.
Yes.
Either really quickly or enough to where I would
Maybe
feel
even-
justified in picking it up.
Or maybe even
Right.
go on.
With PS Plus?
Yes.
It'll be a year before that happens, usually.
Is it going to be another No Man's Sky? I mean, No Man's Sky is probably decent now, but at the time, God knows,
see, No Man.
we all
See,
got hooked.
no, because I don't think anything wrong. I don't think there's anything wrong with Detroit Become Human. I don't think that there were no promises made that weren't kept.
Yeah.
I think Detroit Become Human is probably a perfectly fine game. It just didn't feel. At the time it released, I just thought, you know what?
That's a lot of money.
I'm probably not going to jump into it. By the time I do, it'll probably be lower in price. So I've just been holding off. And you know what? There's gonna come a time, maybe around Black Friday or something like that. I'm gonna see it for like $20 and think
that
oh,
would be a better price.
now I'll pick it up. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
So it's one of those things that I will eventually get around to playing, but it just hasn't presented itself right now.
Honestly, I did that with Prey also.
You did what?
I did that same thing with Prey.
Yeah. Prey is a good example of that. Now I wanted to be in on the I wanted to be in on the zeitgeist of Prey because there were a lot of people playing that, and I wanted to like talk about that. And it was also kind of coming off the whole thing of like here's Prey, and it's not the Prey we remember, and it's also not the Prey we were gonna get from what they showed off as what it was going to be. And so there was a lot of, and it was, wait a second, didn't I pick up Prey for? I got Prey on PC for like one of those really cheap price. I think it was. You know,
I think I did too.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I think I did that. So I picked it up at a pretty. I'm cheap when it comes to video games, man.
I think it saved some money.
So yeah, there's that. Now on to your Red Dead Redemption and your Spider-Man stuff.
I'm excited for both.
Spider-Man comes out on September the 7th, which is a Friday. It's the Friday after Labor Day. So, I mean, I don't really have anything other to tell you other than it went gold and it's good to go and everything's ready for it. And
Have you guys played any of the demos? You think it's going to be a $60 game, or is it
I have not
$40
played any
game?
demos. I'm going to PAX, and it'll
is
probably
there
be
a
set
demo
up
of
as
it?
no.
Okay.
I'm going to PAX, which means they'll probably have that out on the show floor to play on a lot of their demo stations. So,
Right.
but by the time I get back, it'll be released that Friday, which means you won't really get any. You won't hear from me about it until after the game's released.
I think part of the problem for me is with the consumer shows, just mentioning the next Bethesda, the next Elder Scrolls. I'm ready for another epic single player game, and I know Spider-Man is going to be good. I know Red Dead's going to be good.
Yeah.
They don't
I
carry.
don't know if they're going to have that epic.
They don't carry the epicness that an Elder Scrolls game does. No, not at all.
Right. That's what I'm really hungry for, or even a classic style JRPG. You know, and someone was telling me about a game that came out on Switch recently, Octopath. But I don't have a Switch yet. So.
I've heard really good things about that one, and the videos I've seen looked really interesting, like a throwback to that classic 16-bit Super Nintendo era, only with updated graphics and stuff.
Right. I played Axiom Verge, which obviously is not an RPG, and that kind of got me in the 16-bit mode. But I was hoping, Matt, that if anyone had played it, it would be you.
Axiom Verge is really good. I loved Axiom Verge.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, it's a really good game.
But yeah, so that's what I know about Spider-Man. And then for Red Dead, there's nothing new there. They've been releasing some gameplay videos, which they released one. I want to say it wasn't last week; it was the week before last. They released a gameplay video. I think it's about a 7-minute video that kind of goes over some gameplay things. It looks like it's setting up it looks like they're setting up a series of. They're going to go over gameplay on this one, and then the next video it'll talk about the shooting mechanics, and then the next video probably talks about some of the multiplayer, and then so they're kind of doing a bunch of videos leading into the release because it comes out in October.
I thought it was November.
No. Red Dead's in October.
I thought it was November also, so maybe they moved it up.
Let me look. Yeah, maybe I am wrong.
That is a game I will pay $60 for.
Yes.
I've been waiting too long.
Yeah, I'm not going to wait for that game to come down.
I'm debating on getting the
October 26th.
Yeah, late October. Yeah.
I'm they did move it up.
Yeah, I'm debating on getting the collectors, instead of just the standard edition.
Do you know if there's a statue? I haven't even looked into it.
There is no statue.
Oh,
I think they're doing a super expensive edition, but I don't think
they're doing a very super expensive edition. The Ultimate Edition. Oops, not the map. I don't want the map. I went too far when I was scrolling. The Ultimate Edition. I don't want to watch a video. Give me a thing that tells me what's in it. God, sometimes I can't stand the way Google likes to put me in the wrong direction.
Right.
Tell me what's in it. This is not telling me anything about what's in it. Why are you not telling me anything about what's in the Ultimate Edition? Oh, my God. There's a lot there for that one. Going somewhere else to look.
Was that the $100 one?
I was really hoping there'd be a John Marston statue on the horse, rifle slung across the back.
I don't think you're playing as John Marston.
No, you're not playing as John Marston.
Or, the main character. But
yeah, the Ultimate Edition comes with a map, a steelbook, and it gets a bunch of story mode content and a bunch of bonus content for the online stuff. And that's $100 for that one. Is there another one? There's a Red Dead Redemption Special Edition, Ultimate Edition. What do we have here? Hang on.
Am I the only one that's getting tired of multiplayer? Because I hear you guys talking about so many of the multiplayer. I just can't I'm almost fun I can't play multiplayer anymore.
I don't really run into a problem with it too much myself. Oh, wait. Okay. So there is no statue. There is the collector's box. The collector's box comes with, it's like a, what do they call it? A metal, is it a tithing box? Is it tithing? Anyway, it's a metal tithing box with a lock and key, which is basically just a lock box.
Yeah.
And it comes with a challenge coin, a collectible challenge coin. A double-sided puzzle, a 6-shooter bandana, a treasure map, a pin set, playing cards, some kind of catalog, cigarette cards, whatever that is, and so there's a whole picture.
Cigarette cards are probably like the old throwback tobacco cards. Baseball cards.
Yeah, I'm trying to see.
They should call that the Red Dead Flea Market Edition.
Oh, the inventory is out of stock on Rockstar's thing. It doesn't tell me how much that costs, though.
You said tithing box. Looks like one of those the cash box from the train.
It is. It is. It's just a lockbox. Okay. It's a small lockbox. So.
I'm not gonna lie. I got suckered into 300 on the Shadow of War, but the quality of the statue was disappointing once I unboxed it. But
yeah, see, I'm in for the Spider-Man statue.
Probably too late to get that one.
I don't think so. I think you can still pick that up. But I'm picking up the Spider-Man statue. I got the God of War statue.
I like your Batman glove.
I didn't. I won that in a contest.
I know, but I still like it.
I have the Joker statue where he's at the desk with a knife for the PS3 Arkham edition.
I have that. I won that one at a. I won that one at a giveaway at a PAX.
Okay. Oh, sweet!
Yep.
The one I really want is the Songbird. I want Songbird from Infinite.
That I don't have. Yeah.
I want that.
Yep, that one I don't have.
Chris was saying that if you're looking for a JRPG, Dragon Quest XI comes out September 4th.
Oh, that's going to be good. Dragon Quest is always good.
And I think they're going to have a special super.
Is Shenmue a JRPG?
Yeah.
More like a life strategy.
It is a Japanese game. It is very Japanesey, and it is an RPG. I would consider it a JRPG.
That's all I was. Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at.
Well, you wouldn't, RJ?
JRPG?
Yeah.
Wait your turn type play?
Not all JRPGs are turn-based strategy or turn-based
open
whatever.
world.
It's a
exploration.
I consider it very literal. It is a Japanese role-playing game.
To me, it falls kind of into the Mass Effect category. So it is role playing, but it's more of it's almost a genre bender.
No, it's not a well, I'm going literal on this one, you guys.
Okay.
It's an RPG based on Japanese culture.
Yeah, made by Japanese people.
So it's a
based
Japanese
very heavily.
role-playing game.
Yeah.
Well,
Japanese people.
Lee, thanks for calling, man. We appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
All right, take care. Yeah, we're getting close to the end here. Just wanted to hit this last thing. It happened yesterday for a brief hot minute, but Valve launched a streaming website called Steam TV. Steam.tv was what it was.
And then they shut it down?
Then they shut it down. A Valve rep has confirmed that Steam.tv is real. It is in testing, and you were not supposed to see it. We are working on updating Steam broadcasting for the main event of the International.
Half-I think confirmed.
Which is Dota 2's annual tournament. What people saw was a test feed that was inadvertently made public.
Whoops.
The International main event is scheduled to run August 20th through the 25th. We'll probably get a look at Steam.tv pretty soon. Valve apparently launched with a live stream in the International chat bar. See, it says that the Dota stream for now that you can log into your Steam account and access your friends list for group chats. It has voice chat supporting Chrome. Either the news spread fast enough to overwhelm the site or Valve took it down after a bit. Whatever the case, this seems to be a very limited test of a website that expands on Steam's streaming functionality, creating a more Twitch-like experience for viewers. We don't know how far Valve plans to take it, but it's a safe bet that it won't be limited to Dota 2 streams. We'll let you know. Okay, yeah. I don't know if they're gearing up for something to compete against Switch, to work with Switch, or Twitch, not Switch.
Whatever.
I have no idea where they're going with that. Steam's a pretty big platform, so for them to throw in another streaming service on the pile, like Twitch, like Mixer, which is the one Xbox or Microsoft uses. So we'll have to see. Anyway, running out of time here, and I don't. What is there anything else? Is what Shenmue comes out this week?
Yeah,
No.
Or is that next week?
21st.
21st. That's this week. Yeah.
Is that this week?
21st is Tuesday. Yes.
Where has the year gone?
Exactly.
Jeez.
Because you're not going to be here next weekend.
Yeah.
Then we're going to be off the weekend after that, and then you'll be back on that weekend, and then you'll be gone again.
Yes.
From what I understand. And then you'll be gone the weekend even further. Mm-hmm. So
it's been a busy year.
Figure it all out.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll figure it all out.
It's been a busy year.
Anyway, thanks everybody for joining us in the chat room, as well as everybody listening on the stream and on the radio. Thanks to everybody who grabs us each week from iTunes or however you get our show for later use. We do appreciate it. Go to ingamechat.net, join us on Twitter, Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our Twitch channel that you're watching right now. We do have a clan for Destiny 2. Clans are going to get a big overhaul come Season 4 for the Forsaken release. You're really going to have to work at actually
doing it,
ranking up your clan.
Okay.
So if you want to join us, we'd love to have you. It's a chill clan. We don't require you to really do anything, but we'd love to have you in there. We got a Steam group you can join up with, all that other stuff. We just want to thank you very much, and we will see you next Saturday. Going to leave you here with a game that is also another dead MMO. Any ideas what it could be? You will never guess in 100 years.
All right.
That's just
a lot to choose from, I guess,
This was going back to Lord British.
Lord British?
Yeah.
Then not Odyssey.
I think you're in the realm.
Start with an E.
Oh, no.
No?
It did start with an E. It started with a T.
T?
Yeah.
Lord British.
It was Richard Garriott.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went to space.
Yeah. Tried to make a game called Tabula Rasa.
Tabula Rasa. Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. Tried to do that.
No one really
nothing
anywhere
ever came about it. Anyway, that's what we're going to leave you with. We'll see you next Saturday.